TYT is partnering with participant media to help solve the climate crisis. Wouldn't that be great? Now look, you got to check out our series, 10 Days of Action, to learn more about what you can do to make a difference. And go see an inconvenient sequel, Truth to Power, in theaters in New York and LA on July 28th and nationwide August 4th.
A Trump supporter has decided to threaten people who planned on protesting Trump's West Virginia rally with gun violence. And now he's being investigated by the FBI. His name is Dana Capron, and he posted on a number of different platforms, including an article on The Hill, Facebook, Twitter, all over the place. Let me give you a taste of some of the stuff he's put out there. So he said, calling all armed conservatives, if we go, then we go armed, not for the rally, but for the protesters. Let's give the protesters what they want. Those who ride, then do so, and those who can drive, do so. Bring everything you have or can bring. We start with anyone blocking the streets, then we clear the protesters out once and for all. And he says, by any means necessary, let's show them that this is not Commiefornia, and we deal with protesters faster. So he's saying, like, let's shoot the protesters. Let's do away with them by any means necessary, especially if they're blocking the road.
That's funny, when Malcolm X said by any means necessary, I was told that he was a thug and a potential terrorist and a radical. And I was told that that's exactly what's wrong with some black activists. So interesting that some right-wingers have decided that is the right way to go.
Let's go to graphic 20. His social media accounts have been deactivated, and Downtown Huntington reported that his Facebook post was under investigation by local authorities and federal authorities, including the Secret Service and the FBI. And just to give you a few other examples of things that he has now deleted, if Michael Moore wants to rise up, then let us take our arms and rise against him. His death will be sweet, kill them all, #0sympathy. Okay, so let's just talk about free speech for a second, because I hear a lot of crying and whining from conservatives when it comes to college campuses protesting certain speakers. Now, I don't think that college campuses should ban speakers, regardless of what your political ideology is. Let everyone come, give their speech, and it's a free marketplace of ideas. Just because you disagree doesn't mean someone should be banned. But I don't see Milo Yiannopoulos or Ann Coulter speaking out about what's going on here. People are allowed to protest. That's protected under the First Amendment. And saying that you're gonna go ahead and shoot and kill individuals because they're protesting your dear leader is absolutely absurd. But no one cares about that. No one speaks out against that.
Yeah, and now look, the authorities are looking into it, so that's a good thing. The Secret Service and FBI, et cetera, because threatening to kill people is a crime. I'm going to tell you only one funny part of the story, and then I'll move on to some of the more serious stuff. In one of his unhinged posts on the Federalist website, he wrote, "Liberals don't own guns, they're all in the dildo movement."
Which, by the way, that sounds fucking fabulous.
Okay, I don't like, where do they come up with this stuff? Okay.
What's wrong with dildos?
I don't know. Anyway, so, but most of it was deadly serious. In another post, he said there'd be a lot of so-called innocent liberals face down dead in the streets, and that would be a welcome sight to me, referring to something that he wanted to do.
Right.
But one thing I want to point out to you, and it's so ironic, this happens all the time, is in another post he said, they want all of us dead, referring to liberals. They want all of us dead and our children's blood splatter all over the roads so they can dance in it to the devil's tune, okay? So, and it goes on and on with all these terrible things.
I have to finish that. All Christian women who are pregnant will be rounded up and forced to have an abortion, then taken to the courtyard and shot in the back of the head. What? What? Any man found to be a Christian will be shot where they stand, even in the churches. We will have to hide our faith, Bibles, and guns. Like, that's, members of the right wing think these crazy things right now.
Yeah, and so of course it's not all the right wing, but the constant propaganda has gotten, and the fear mongering has gotten them into a state of, some of them into a state of panic. And oh my God, what are we gonna do? There's a dildo movement and it's gonna kill all the Christian men in the churches and it's gonna kill all of our babies. Meanwhile, the only person actually threatening violence is him. And the reason I brought it up is the projection. Let's go kill all the liberals. Liberals want to kill us. No, nobody said they wanted to kill you. Liberals are for nonviolence and for peace. They're like, oh, those guys are all for what, the peace movement? Oh yeah, they're deadly. Let's murder them first, right? No, man, it's unfortunately some unhinged portions of the right wing that are obsessed with guns and can't wait to use them, and especially on protesters. And again, protesters are exercising their First Amendment rights, and the ones that the conservatives claim to care a lot about. And finally, that hashtag that he had in the tweet about killing Michael Moore and killing them all is like the essence of extreme right-wing ideology. Hashtag zero sympathy.